Son of a bitch. All right. Well. That's new. What does that do? All right. Yeah. You can just chill out for a while. Blah, 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 blah. Uh-oh. Are we missing sermons? Oh, sure enough. Wow. Oh, why? Oh, that's right. Never mind. Boy, this is terrible. No, it's... Ha! Ah! You can't stop me. You can't break me. No, I won't get in. You can't break me. All right. All right, I'm just playing the radio, so I don't think I'm broadcasting, public broadcasting, so it shouldn't matter, right? I'm just inviting you to my house to enjoy some music here with me. Just there, I'll say, we want that, and then we'll do that.
When you give generously the pathway to victory, God will.
Come on. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, man. Battery's dead. Oh, well. That's okay. Knock, 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 knock. Hello? Is there anybody out there? Hello, hello, hello. Is there anybody in there? Just nod if you can hear me. Is there anyone at home? There always is. There's always somebody home. It's just you don't know who might be in the house. It's funny that we say all these things, right? You're okay in the house, and you're doing all that stuff, and it's like you don't even realize how much Bible you're throwing at each other. And in some cases, they're like big bricks, big bricks. Do you know that when you make, do you want to know how you make bricks? Well, the donkeys actually need straw. If you don't use donkeys, you're going to, bricks. Everything's about the bricks and stones and blood. What do you eat? Do you eat, if I had to say that you were on a road that was going from one end to the other, light to dark, high, 4, 5, 6. If you were on a road that was going from light to dark and I told you, repent, what would you do? Well, hopefully you turn around. All right. You ready? I don't even know what to. Lord, what would you do? What would you do? You ready? I'll show you. There ain't no bookmarks. Okay. What would he do? He would do Matthew 23:34. That's kind of weird because that's 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. It's got like a Trinity sitting in the center of it. It's kind of a strange number for that. And the verse says, therefore, I am sending you prophets and wise men and teachers. You got options. Some of them you will kill and crucify. Others you will flog in your synagogues and pursue from town to town. Clear enough? I need peace, Lord. Here, that should be Psalms. Oh, Chronicles. Crap. 2 Chronicles 31:6. 31:6. 2 Chronicles. 2 Chronicles. Crisscross. 20, 31. That's got a 40 and a 6. It's got 3 and 1. Again, two trinities. If you can lock them in, that's what you want to do. But that's what man's number. I want to say somebody probably did something wrong because they didn't know what they were doing back then. I know you're like, oh, it's a Bible. Of course he did. Oh, here you go. The men of Israel and Judah who lived in the towns of Judah also brought a tithe of their herds and flocks and a tithe of the holy things dedicated to the Lord their God. And they piled them up in heaps. Do you realize how simple the Hebrew language was? I mean, it didn't have tons of, they weren't like us. Now I've got a dictionary that says all the important words in the Bible, and it's like, where's that one? How come they didn't put that one in there? Just because here's how this is how Rain Man's brain works, okay? You guys don't get it, do you? Rain Man. You know, the guy who could think a lot, everything counts. 200. How many toothpicks fell out? Oh, ooh, I bet you that was a sign. That was a symbol there. 900. What? 900 toothpicks. He could like see that fast. Ask my wife how fast my eye is. She'll tell you, she'll be like, I don't know how he does it. He drives by cars at 70 miles an hour and he'll read your license plate off. It flies by. And all it is you got to know where your eyes focus. You got to know your sweet spot. And if it's 50 to 100 feet, you know, it's like, here he comes. Just like that. Or, you know, it's easier to move your whole head. You got more muscle, you know, wear your eyeballs out, turn, you know, use that stiff neck, just loosen it up. Okay. We're going to do some, these are exercises for, you know, Judaism. Here, go like this. Stretch the neck, side to side, up and down. Okay. So now the next part of the exercise for Judaism is kind of serious, right? You got to poke your eye out. Oh man, that was bad. Why did I even? Yeah. Did you really think I did that? No. You got to guide your hand. You know, you could. It's like a theatrical trick. You know, they take a swing and as long as you spin your head to the side, they can't tell that, you know, Dr. Spock was actually only 6'2". And it didn't have the reach, right? And when you're fighting, if you're a fighter, look at, don't watch here. This is coming, right? But what happens is you're always gonna see this. You're gonna from the root. Watch the root. Don't cut the roots on anything. If you can help it. Plants, people, generations, genealogies, shortcuts. You need a container and you make it out of plastic. That's something that's, I don't know, that doesn't occur naturally, right? So what do you think is going to happen with these not occurring natural things? I don't know. Somebody will probably read the Bible and say, the natural man, and they'll, you know, lose their minds. And it's like, you know, I'm sorry, but the Joker put it exactly right. You know, every time it looks like it's going to be fun, people are losing their minds. You know, it's a woman feeding a child, for crying out loud. You know, why do you got to get all? Because the book told you nakedness was terrible, or whatever it was, right? I'm not saying it doesn't mean that it's some kind of a, you know, uh, there's appropriate times for that, and some of it you don't even share. Where you get in trouble is if it says something like "Don't defile the bedroom, the marriage bedroom." There's actually two families working right here around us. There's Father God and his children, and there's the father of lies and his children. Sons of God, sons of perdition, everywhere. You're looking for one guy on each side. Are you crazy? The only one that there is that you should look for is God. If you're waiting for anybody to show up, come back, whatever, and you're being complacent, it's a tragedy. It's a pity. You're wasting time. Even Jesus told when he sent Judas, do what you do quickly. For crying out loud, if he's telling the devil to do what he does quickly, how do you think it'll work out for you if you do something quickly? You're like, well, no, I'm supposed to I'm supposed to relax. It's like the verses in there are so keyed together, you can't see them unless you know what bothers me. This is what bothers me when people say they'll say this shit to me. And here, I'll show you how much it bothers me. This much. You ready? You can't break me. No, I won't give in. You know what? I should lip sync this thing. Or not lip sync. Can you guitar sync? Can I just fake the guitar since I can't sing and play at the same time? That's not a gift. That's not a gift. That's wizardry. How in the hell does anybody sing and play at the same time? Concentrating, splitting your brain in half to do two different things at the same time. How can I focus on finger movements? Strumming. Oh no, throw singing in there. Now tap your foot. You ever see these people? You know what that is? It's a freaking demon. It's a creator. It's somebody that doesn't walk forward and maintain that course. Y'all shouldn't have messed with me. But I understand. It's easy to see. Kind of worried. I'm wondering about this place. I don't know if any flesh is going to survive. I thought it was early enough, It really seemed like it. The place was still here. How much time do you need, right? What does it take to like turn the people around and make them think? Like, hey, where are we going? What are we doing? Why are we here? Hit it, Johnny. I parked at the river. I'm looking for people, anybody. This honey and locust ain't all it's cracked up to be. So what you don't understand is that be the ravens that's feeding me. And you know what? I know you have control. And you're going to try to break my shit. But you know what? I don't care. I could play that again. I don't care if this feed goes up any more than I care for the people that will see it. Wake up. Wake up. The time is now. And now is the time. I've already won. You know how I did it? I used fire. And then after that, then I bruised the head. Okay? And then after I did that, then I took it to the cross. You don't even know what that means. You don't even know what that means. Is it a good thing to kill your Messiah? You gotta be freaking kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Jesus came in the flesh because what he wanted to teach you is that all the earth is holy. And if you're leaving somebody's place, okay, the testimony against them, it's really not that much of a testimony. Since you like to water down things like the word raw, meaning, I make peace and I make your cable go out. I make peace and I make your lawnmower run out of gas. I make peace and I don't know. I make peace and I come home early and catch you with your girlfriend. all this stuff. The harlot, this is an inside problem. You need an inside man for this kind of job. That's a good, ooh, man, that'd be a great title for a thing, huh? The Son of Man. I'll title it The Inside Man. You need an inside man. Actually, I can do this once I get out. I can edit it. But the inside man he's the man. And he's inside you because all the earth is holy. How do you say that then? Why would, if all the earth is holy, why would God say, take off your shoes because you're standing on holy ground? What part of the all is missing or something here? Anybody? Anybody? Do you see balls flying? I can juggle. I haven't done it in a long time. It's real. I saw somebody juggle 2 balls to pretend like you're really juggling. And it's like, no, you're not. I don't know why that person would say that. You're not pretending that you're juggling when you're just making progress. You were born, you are a ball, and I got to throw you to the one side. You're kind of bouncing your way down the path. Boom, 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 boom. You're the white horse with a crown on your head. And you begin a covenant from God, and the bow that you have isn't with, well, actually, that's a test. That right there is a test for you. What kind of bow? What do you see? Are you going to jump on the horse with a covenant from God? Or are you going to jump on your horse? That's you. Are you going to jump on that horse with a, well, actually, you know what it would be? This is what's interesting. Remember how has an arrow hidden in his quiver? Did anybody think that, I heard somebody say that in a sermon. He's got a bow, but he's got no arrows. And it's like, Rain Man. Remember Rain Man? He's got a bow, but he's got no arrows. Yeah. That means maybe it's not for war. But it's got to be. There's a great sword that takes peace from the earth. That's because it's a Bible. I can imagine people, what will happen eventually? This is how pathetic this is. This will turn into, and there's nothing I can do. I'm not going to force anything on anybody, but I can just see it. Once this gets escalated, it's going to get so comical. I had a moment yesterday where I'm like crapping in my pants because I'm seeing my future starting to unreal here. And it's like, well, the only thing I can figure is they're going to kill me maybe, but I've been promised he wouldn't let them. He said, I'm not going to let them kill me this time, is what he said. That's crazy. He never gets killed. So I don't know who was talking to me on the phone. Oh, I didn't tell you about the phone call I had? Oh, hour. I don't know how long it went. It was probably, I was never so bummed out that there was like a, I don't know, the battery would last that long. Lots of people heard it. My wife heard it. We don't know who heard it. Well, we will. No, but what I see happening is like it'll be like it'll turn out to be like a standoff and just stupid, so you can fulfill your version of these prophecies in here, right? Damn, taking over the world, and no, it's like, yeah, like I laugh because I envision like a bunch of people sitting around going, but we can't even talk to this guy if we even acknowledge him, or if we talk to him, we might be taking the mark or something. And it's like, are you shitting me? We are all marked, all of us. We all have the spirit of Cain. I will put a mark on you so that nobody kills you. Well, what's the mark? Okay, let me explain the mark. The Cain mark, right? It was kind of funny, but it was hard to figure out, but it wasn't. So they just figured it out. So Cain bears a mark, so he can't kill each other, right? You and I and me. Holy. I didn't mean to say that. Wow. I'm sorry. I don't like when that happens because it makes me want to cry or something. I don't know if you're afraid of your God. I am. I don't. You and I and me. We bear that mark. Who are we talking to then? Did the devil get that mark too? Who has that mark? I don't know. Is the mark the same? What happens if you're looking at it from this way or that way? Is one way it's a stone in your forehead, a box of scriptures, a question mark? Do you want to know what the box of scriptures are? That's God. The question mark is easy. That's just a question mark. And what's the stone? The one that you get your name on. Ishmael. But it'll be a standoff, like, you know. The thing is, it's all based on the word K-N-O-W. And I don't mean knowledge. To know. I hear a clock striking. I'm gonna go see what time it is. I'm forget your proximity sensors and all your crap. Okay, I'm sick of yeah. I'm going. You want off grid? I hope you got me tagged already, and I'm sure you do. uh, yeah, it's tough being in the military and other places. You don't know what happens to you while you're asleep, but God does. All right, so that was interesting, and it was 11, of course. And you know what time it is when I was filming and time it was, and I don't change my clocks. I'm not that kind of a guy. Do they run fast? Yeah, but if you watch, you know, I don't. I set them and forget them, and then my clocks talk to me. I don't manage them. I let my clocks talk to me. They ring and ding when I need them to. Oddly. 700 Club coming up. I love her, God, don't you? Do you want to know some, you know how they say you shouldn't just take the book and open it up because like you'll find something bad happen to you, you know, like Judas hung himself. Oh, well, I just opened it up to always patterns with me, guys. See that? 18:18. I just flung it open. Now that's the page, but it's not the verse. I'm always a little bit before. I will show them my back and not my face in the day of their disaster. Now, I thought if he showed you his back and that was disaster, how come you can't look at him and live? Guys, you need somebody to teach you about evil. Okay? You need somebody to teach you about what the hell evil is, because it's going to ruin you. Enough testing time, all right? Everything just started. We were spiritually screwed when we hit 2020. We didn't even know who in the hell we were so bad. People are running around shitting in litter boxes and stuff. And it's okay to put my kid in school and letting them do that? My kid was doing that in a litter box. He'd be back in my house where he belongs. That's not something that other kids need to have in that area, thinking that, no, guess what? There's actually a good reason for homeschooling, okay? You can keep your kid away from, I don't know, big bad people that'll do bad things for him. I never used my teeth. And I never took revenge. Oh, I thought about it. And you know what? That's weird because God's definitely avenged me every time. Remember, he put a mark on Cain too. You jack with him, bounce back, come on you. Don't forget to cut off the thumb. And poke the eyes out. I don't know why I say the things I say. They just fall out of my mouth. And I know people are starting to see it. I don't know I don't know how to explain it, what God is, other than it's a breath of life. I don't hear a voice. It isn't like that. It's just naturally within me to respond. And sometimes it's weird because I'll catch myself bringing other people into the equation at certain times, like saying, or saying something that doesn't fit, like asking a question that doesn't fit the problem, right? Like, I'll give you an example. This is 0 times 0 equals God. You have to ingrain that thing into your head, right? Our God, it's almost like it doesn't even matter. He can be a 0. You can't see him. Look at him, all powerful. If you see him, you'll die. If he turns his back to you, you'll die. Thank you. Boy, you just boosted that to the level, didn't you? Oh my God, I better write that verse down. What is that, Jared? Okay. 18:18. Well, I'm 18 and I can do what I want. No. 18. Who was the A team? Well, that would have been the Aleph team, but that also would have been 18. That's crazy. I wonder if they put everything before it came. So if that's that, 18:18 says, now this is interesting that it's a verse with twins, okay? I'm going to tell you that right now. Go in your Bible and go read all the twin verses. There got to be something in this. You ready? These people did cut it. They took the bread. And remember when he broke the bread? Then they understood what was going on. And he either appeared, disappeared, We say breaking the, I'd say, here, break the bread, rip it in half and go, here, Satan, you work with this side, I got this one. And now you got your team. And you got to be accepting of that. But who's running it? The water's all coming from one throne, and the tree of life is on both sides of the river. Okay? Right, does the term rightly divide the word? Oh, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to be very, if the rightly dividing verse winds up being a twin, like to rightly divide the word, why wouldn't it be? When Jesus' disciples wouldn't follow him anymore, that one somehow wound up being John 6:66. Yeah. And here's what happened to Newton, though. This is what I think happened to Newton. I think Newton, because he didn't acknowledge God, he figured that they came all busted into slices from the Hebrew. So he was jammed from the get-go, and it burnt him to the ground, literally. And then he just burned it. He burned all his work. It might have been useful. It probably would have been very useful, but he couldn't. It led him to not. That's what happened. God was trying to give. He was you know who Sir Isaac Newton was? He was a giant. He's a man of sin. He brought technology to us, all this stuff. Sir Isaac Newton. He taught us, what's in the book of Enoch? The planets keep their orbits and whatever. And that's all the stuff that he worked on, all the guts and nuts physics of the machine that we're in. It's kind of creepy. And this is the problem. If they didn't know it, then I would just say, well, then you got to tell me what inspired them to do exactly that. But maybe that's what the Pope's sitting on. When I started getting all this information, you got to understand, I didn't sit on my ass. I started crying. I stood in the front of my house screaming at the top of my lungs for God not to take my brother because of a freaking flu that we could have beat in 40 days. Fuck, it's like, and I'm deemed to be some kind of a what? There's something wrong with me because I'm afraid to cry out for my brother? It's my brother Mike. Do you know what that name means? Who is like God? And I cried out for him. That's what we should have did for Jesus instead of throwing him under the damn bus. Yeah, he had to fulfill the scriptures. But do you know what would have happened if we wouldn't have did that to him? He wouldn't have had to come back. He's doing exactly what I'm doing. I'm getting out of here. Only I'll probably leave as a thief in the night, and then you'll never have anybody come back ever again. I'll be able to teach you. Would you like that to happen? I'm not throwing you. I'm giving you a what if. A what if is like a ma. I don't know what is if. I don't know what if is in Hebrew, but I will. Anyway, they said, come, let's make plans against Jeremiah. For the teaching of the law by the priest will not be lost. Oh my God. I didn't even read it. You hear it coming out? I don't know. What was I just saying 5 minutes ago? Seconds. The priest will not be lost, nor will counsel from the wise, nor the word from the prophets. So come, let's attack him with our tongues and pay no attention to anything he says. And I just turned 40. On my side, I just turned 40. They have a 7-second delay before they broadcast you. Go ahead, YouTube. You can edit it out, chop it up, make it shorter or longer. I give a shit. I know what my clock says. My video was running when it was running. Somebody attacking me and trying to hamper me from doing my work. Okay, problem. Man, you guys just don't get it, do you? This is a pity. It really is. Terrified for you. But I get it. I totally get it. And that's the burden of it, right? Is there any possibility? Is there anybody left here? I feel like I'm hooked up with at least one. But it's like you can't be so caught up in the law. If you want to follow the law and go through all that stuff, fine, follow the law. That's up to you. If on your heart you're doing the right thing and good, I'm going to tell you something. You're actually going to find, depending on how well you're adjusted, without looking at said guidance, if these people that come to the right place, whatever, you find them in the Bible too. They're in there. Because it's like the program for you inside, but you get you got to be able to do everything. What lives in you, this is I don't care if you believe in God, this is a psychology book of all psychology books, if there ever was one. But I know it's not merely a psychology book. It is a psychology book, but this is God, how many tongues does God have? How many languages does he have? I don't know. You know what the problem was? We took this bread and we made it into breadcrumbs. We took the scrolls and decided we're going to hack them into this and cut them into pieces. And so now comes this, he thought of it. We're pattern watchers. That's what we look for. Berry hunters, right? That's how he designed us, to hunt for stuff. And when you find it, buy that field. Get it, take it. That belongs to me. But what is the field? Did I purchase a piece of land? Did I make a dirtbag my friend? You bought the potter's field. It's very interesting. I've considered that maybe it's like Christians that are attacking me, like wirelessly. You wouldn't think so, but it could be. But the problem is unless they're standing around here, it's not happening. Yeah, the enemy is close to home, so we got to dispense with enemy. Obviously, I wonder where the kids are going to go. Me have me suspicions. Father Baker. You know what's funny? My mom used to beat us up about Father Baker, when we were kids. And it's like, that guy, he was nice. He was the kindest guy ever. Oh, I just crossed 4404. Oh, the numbers are even clicking. Yeah, Father Baker was a good guy. Can you tell me something about Father Baker, Father? I don't know. Let's see. Top of the page. Here we go. Song of Solomon. Song of Songs. Look what it opened to. It opened to Song of Songs, right? 8:7, right? And remember, I'm going to read the verse before it, but guess what that is? What comes next? Isaiah. See, Isaiah knew how to cut it in half, to cut the baby in half. Many waters cannot quench. Many. Remember I said, here we go. We're going right back. Remember I said to replace everywhere you see many with evil, because division is evil. You want to talk about our God? If he was, you wouldn't want to meet him because he's bipolar. He would have to be. He would have to switch. The Lord God is bipolar. I don't mean it in a negative way. He can actually manage it. It allows him to see the good and the bad and define it in just that way. But you wouldn't like it. You'd want to medicate him and put him out of his belief, right? Break his faith. And do you know what happens? You can't break truth. So all you do by beating somebody that knows the truth is you're going to make them stronger and stronger and stronger. Because how do you fight against me if my That's my destination. You're only going to facilitate my means to get there. You think you're torturing me and like I'm going to leave? I can't leave because to die is gain, but to live is Christ. And you're like, well, you're not acting like Christ. No, I'm not acting like you. I'm going to read this. This is actually okay. So that was 8-7, and like oh, that's a 77. Remember I said that I rewind it. I don't lie. Remember I said when I hit the top of the page, I read the verse that comes before it. That's what I don't know. I have I ever hit a verse? I'm not sure. If I remember, I'll tell you. And I'll give you great details so you can research it. It won't be some drawing it out so I can go, yeah. Look, it's him. Freaking dogs. It's our God we're talking about here, okay? This actually hit right at the top of the page, at the verse itself. Okay? Hey, YouTube, for people that are videoing from the selfie cam, can you flip our video for us, like provide a little option so we can, how you allow this? Okay. It'd be nice if you could do this. All right. Thank you. I'd contact you, but I don't want to, get any more friends over here. Many waters. Everywhere where you see many, just replace it with evil. Trust me. Evil waters cannot quench love. Rivers cannot wash it away. If one were to give all the wealth of his house for love, it would be, the Lord has spoken, utterly scorned. Which is just to say, according to the word, utter. The Lord has spoken. Many evil waters cannot quench love. What I have. Rivers cannot wash it away, which is to say there's two rivers. There's rivers there's many rivers in the beginning. When things are created, it's darkness and evil. So whatever he created, that was a land of darkness and evil until it got to be what it was starting to be as everything was happening. Okay? Everything starts from nothing. You got the Big Bang right? Let me explain the idea of the thing to you. If one were to give all the wealth of his house for love, it would be utterly scorned. That doesn't make any sense, does it? If one were to give all of the wealth of his house for love, it would be utterly scorned. Can you see it? Why would they scorn you for giving all the wealth of your house? Because you were doing it for love. Money can't buy you love. That's the verse that I just randomly picked open there. And Father Baker was a poorhouse. It was for kids that were poor, definitely poor in spirit. They would say things like, supposedly, I mean, some of the torture stuff that we came up with probably came from the stories of that place. They told you that they would strap you to like a spring recoil box spring thing, and then hook up some electrodes to it, and sit here and charge you up a little bit. It's kind of interesting what happens if you do that to somebody that's an angel of the Lord. Do you realize if you try to electrocute that might even wake up. They're frying them. Hey, the next chick I make it with going to light up like a pinball machines and pay off in $50 or silver dollars. You remember that phrase? Anybody remember that? Listen to this. If she is a door, remember Jesus says he's a door. Did you ever think that I mean, that verse right there immediately tied to Jesus saying he's the door. If she is a door, which door is now because Jesus said that and John said that, I saw a door standing open in heaven. Which door is he talking about? I don't care about Barbello. He did not. Where? Where did he mention Barbello? You got to come back on that one. I'll go look, but if it ain't been put on my plate, I won't eat it. I'm done being. I don't want to be like folks out there. Okay, you guys are looking for God everywhere but inside yourself, and I don't mean that. I'm saying that He puts the door, the Spirit inside of you, and you gotta. It's. I'm sorry, you know. Maybe that's why they filmed the movie The Matrix. They're trying to get at us or something. Even using terms, the Nebuchadnezzar, and I think the people at the top, they can see this already, and they don't want to treat us bad. But how do you show up and tell somebody that, you know, that's what they think? God's not real. It's just a system. It's not just a system. How the hell did I open that up? I know exactly how the hell, in this hell that I opened this thing up to. You're standing in the lake of fire right now, being refined. We're the ones who got kicked out of the Garden of Eden, remember? Spawn of the devil, go, get out of here. You're done. That's what we are, the fallen. Jesus was the first one to make it out of here, firstborn of the dead. I'm going to be the second. And I got too many weird marks on me. I'm wondering what's going on here because I got a hole on my right side where a rib would have been pulled out of. And if you touch that area and smell your fingers, it smells like flowers. They found it on my wedding day. I'm not kidding you. Here, I'll show you. Isn't it in here? I think it's in this one. Oh, no. Oh, that's right. Yep. It's going to be over here. Ugh. All right, there's going to be a lot of skin showing, so, you know, don't freak out or anything. See that thing? She had to pack that son of a bitch with 3 feet of gauze 2 times a day. Well, the gauze got shorter as it went on because as it started healing from the inside out, yeah, then you can, you know, but she had to make sure she's got to get it in there. I thought I was going to explode my teeth or something. I was gritting so hard. Hey, look at this guy. That's Brando. Oh my God, how old is he now? See, you got to put the dates on the back of the picture. You know, 9 months. How the hell do I know when that was, you know? That would have been 93. No. He had See, that name Michael is, if you meet somebody named Michael, they're going to be a good person. Almost guaranteed. Almost 100% guaranteed. Anybody named Michael will be a good person. You think I'm shitting you. Give me a name, a list of names of bad people named Michael. Okay, they don't exist, and I know lots of Michaels. Michael Scanella. I know Mike. Uh-oh. I forgot his last name. The thing that's behind him. That's when it gets bad. That's not good. Uh-oh. Munsell. uh, yeah. He didn't think I was a prophet. He said, "Prophet my ass." Prophet. He, you know what? He could have helped me, and he's gonna be your King Ahab for your little town here. You know what's really weird? I looked at one of the things because, like, see, this is how big the hole is. It's like packed. It's packed solid. But doesn't that look like Jesus' face? If you could see it from here, it's you can't. This definition on this thing is shit. If you could see it from here, the hole looks like Jesus' face, and like I wanted a picture of her, as she's packing it, and it was like, oh yeah, ooh. Oh man, that was bad. Here's me and my dad. That's the old man. You know what I found out about him yesterday? I hate Google, but using its platform. We don't have a choice. How else am I supposed to get my information into everybody else's phones unless I'm connected to them? It's more than about what you see, my friend. Okay? We're talking, nibbles and bites and whole fucking cake sometimes. Here's my dad. You want to know what's really cool about him? Oh, and lollipops and what a great name, huh? Why are we gonna like devils eating their stuff? Anyway, my old man, who is a carpenter and fisherman and volunteer fireman, he got all 4 roles. He only said 3. The last thing he did was he was a gardener. And you want to know where he lived? He lived in the only place in the world where gopher trees grow, smack dab in the middle of it, according to some. I have a new source for information. Oh yeah. Now I've been able to. I have actually found a crying soul from the other side. I'm a Gentile. I'm a piece of shit. I don't know anything about what this guy knows. You know what ties us together? Love. He's got a giant rule book and he's stepping and walking like he's going to crack on eggshells and shit. And I'm like a wild donkey of a man just going, bring it. I love you. And people like, whoa, he'll get on you. But you know what? In all fairness, what? You don't think I can follow his rules because he has a book and I don't? I mean, I can see the book, but I just look in the book and go, I've already done that. I've done this. I've done that. And so then Jesus comes to me and I go, hey, I've done that. I do all this stuff. And you know what Jesus would say to me? Then sell all you have and follow me. And you know what I would do? Move the story. Move the story. When Jesus said, you don't lift your finger for the burden of other people, he was saying, here, that little thing they read with, the yod, the hand, that you move to some other part of the law so you can lighten the burden on the person instead of burning them down. I can see the duality running in this thing. You can hit this from, I don't know where this should work, is what I'm saying. If you followed this law to the T, it would work. It would work. But if you're not going to do it, you're better just chuck it in the garbage. Because what you find, the reason why it doesn't work is you hit every single prideful stumbling block that is built right in. And you are fucking screwed, blued and tattooed. I don't give a shit how you want to put it. They should teach everybody how to program, because what happens is it learns you how to walk. You take a few steps. Hey, that was all right. I feel good. You take a few more. Hey, I'm good. Well, I'm pretty good at this. And then guess what happens? Somebody busts your ass open and back there and shit's falling out of it everywhere. Social security numbers did. Ay, ay, ay. But that's my old man. And he lives where the only place in the world where gopher trees grow. So let me tell you how the flood happened. A rock struck the earth. I don't know how in the hell people could have managed to survive. But a rock struck the earth, okay? And it went through the earth, punched out a center piece of our core, which becomes the moon. As, you know, it just like, you know, you ever done cue ball or whatever? You know, it's like shooting pool, man. That's all that shit is up there. It's all angles and weights and whatever. And, you know, now all the hard stuff is gone. You throw it into AI, it'll calculate the hell out of it for you. But now you got to get the satellites out of the sky because you can't see anything. So it's going to have to start watching for it. You don't want it? Well, that's what's going to happen. That's going to be our end. Okay. And I just want to add that for my mom's 100-year birthday, a Pappas is flying by. And that's, like I said, I freak out about the structure of our entire family is like this. I'm like Lot. I have 2 daughters that, you know, that needed to bear fruit from their father. Well, who's their father? In this place, it'd be the devil if you're not reborn. So he had to kill him. Remember Job, how his children were taken from him? He had to take them to heaven. I'll be doubly blessed because then I fill Isaiah 53, the part that nobody wants to read. He'll die with nothing, not for himself. Exactly. Even if I die with all of this, this isn't for me. This is for you guys. But it's not good enough to give to you. It's Song of Solomon. Try to give it away? Don't want it. Who do you think you are? Go ahead and be ashamed. I'm not ashamed of nothing. I'm getting the hell out of here if it's possible this time, okay? And then now you got enough warning, you got enough technology, and you be like, where did this guy go? It's a bunch of, it's just be all the same shit now, see? It has to be faith and actual faith to make anything happen. And our God will make sure it's a balance. He'll have as much possible, I don't know. I can't call it good because evil and good are the same when they're added together. And you're like, they don't go together. And I'm like, right. They destroy each other and become peace. Nothing going on. Those 2 things don't count. The covenants of day and night are gone. But you can actually do that if you think they don't belong together. I'm not telling you that they belong together. They need to be like this. So so close that you can fish from the other side. What's outer darkness? That's somebody off in sin land. They're just like, you know, woohoo. You know, you can record that now on an app. I don't download any apps anymore. Build them yourself when I get time. After all of this, if I have time. But like you can do something like that in an app. Dude, I'm writing music for you right now. You know, I mean, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Did I just say hell yeah? Okay. Back to work. That was fun. That's about how much I get to enjoy in my life. Little about like that. And that's like, okay, get back at it. These people need you. And they don't even know it. I don't want you to cry about me after I'm gone, morons. That ain't going to solve anything. What good does that do? Nobody gets to speak from the ground. Where in the hell is my soapbox? In this hell. It's you. And you're going to sing one song or another. You want to know what the song Nobody Knows is? That can't be a good song. Have you ever heard of an orchestra tuning up? If you read that verse like that, that's pretty much what you should expect. And that's not a bad image, actually. It's like everybody's included, right? He's over there on the drums. This guy's on the guitar. Voice cracker boy over there who's almost a man is, he's singing his heart out. Oh, man. So great to see you today. Have a great day. You too. I love you much. Hey, if you get blocked, just create a new ID and come back. It's nothing personal. They got you too. I'll know how to see. Don't take it personal, okay? Please, all you guys, I want to say that. If I kick you out of my channel, it's because they got your profile. I'm seeing stuff coming through you, and I don't know. It's content. Just think of it this way. Your excuse is like, like everybody else, blame it on the devil. And now you're not actually too far out, right? Because that's what wireless is. That's what we've created for ourselves. A wireless network with everything connected, which seems like it's a good idea. It's like, are you out of your freaking mind? Who in the hell would create something like this? Mesh is mess. That should, your warning there is like, where it says they were mending their nets, you should forget it. Poke them all full of holes. You don't want everything connected in that way. You don't want all the fish in one basket. Are you insane? There's there's people out here that don't believe what you believe. And you know what's going to happen? You will be victim of the conflict that arises regardless. Why? I don't know. Maybe you're a clean man amongst unclean people, but you're doomed. But we're all in the same boat. And like, let me go back to Pappas. That was a good conversation. So this thing slams the earth, right? Just enough to be able to bury itself in the ground and plop out. Its replacement pops out like as if out of a man. The earth, what was taken out of a man? The lesser light, okay? And just enough even to keep it in orbit to do what? To provide comfort, okay? A woman provides comfort, right? Do you know the word that's used for rib is in Hebrew? And don't ask me what it is. I can remember more details about things. That's how my mind works. The more details I have, the more I can remember about it. How do I keep it straight? Everything is fact and truth. No lies. Jesus freaking Christ. How can people think? Yeah, exactly. How can anybody think? Possibly. That you could get away with creating something that's everything and nothing, never was, never will be, is always. That's what a lie is. Do you know how fucking powerful that is? Yeah, I'm swearing. Do you know how fucking powerful a lie is? How many fucking people's lives have been ruined because of a fucking lie? I'm sorry. I really hate lies really bad. They're a really bad thing. But this is my dad. Looks like a nice guy, don't he? Yeah. He slept with his daughter, my sister, and they had a son in 1964, the year of the dragon. And nobody knows what happened to that boy. And you know what? I was born in 1964. Talk about the man born of sin. This is how God has to fulfill your prophecies for you. He has to pick somebody like me that can hang and not give up on him. See, I'm one of them. I will not let go until you bless me, people. And you're going to bless me even if you're cursed. You see what I'm saying? You're going to bless me. It can go both ways. Remember, evil can be used for good or evil. It's a stem cell. You're either going to bless me or you're going to find yourselves accursed. Sounds a little narcissistic. No, it's a fact. It's not narcissistic. It is Bible. It's how the Bible, you're supposed to be a blessing to me and I'm supposed to be a blessing to you. Isn't that how the Bible's written? Who you bless, I will bless. It goes in both ways, guys. Stop fighting. Enough of destroying people's homes and running them out so you can have land. You got all the land you're ever going to get, right? You're looking at it every time you stare in a mirror. It's got a spirit inside of it. Just like the ones that you're wiping out, their souls cry from the dust. And what's the next picture I find? Here, I'm one of these guys. That's me. Kind of interesting. I had both of them. You know what it's captioned? It's kind of freaking funny, actually. I'm twice as rough. I do both. I punch in your mouth and break it off in your ass. It's like, to the good, it's like, get going. You get behind me, Satan. He gets the, ooh, yeah, those hurt. The teeth breakers. Let's see. You know what? I don't have any pictures of Lilith, my first wife. That was bad, man. She was needed to fulfill prophecy. The first woman I married was Lilith. The second one I married would have been what you call Eve. It's not a good translation. It's a horrible translation, Eve. I'm finding this out now, okay? I'm getting some Hebrew on. And then now I have a moon. Jericho. The walls are going to fall. I'm just trying to figure out how many times I got to go around the city, okay? Here's me. Now, this is Angela. Isn't she like that? They were from Sweden. I got friends all over the world, don't forget. And the reason why they would come here to California was because I'm not in California now. Oh, look at her. Just, man, those were some of the funnest people I ever met. That's Mike Munsell. All right, here you go. And what's he standing in front of? Oh, look at all the trees. Dude, aren't these bitchin' palm trees? You can see part of my dog here too. If I had any more, I'd send a pic of me and my wife. Maybe next time. Yeah, that's And that's my ugly car too. Who in the hell sends you a picture with half a dog's head, the front end of a? This is it's a white. Oh, you got to be kidding me! The Lord has spoken. Okay, you want to see what kind of a good guy I am? Here, I'm not saying this. I'm not saying I'm a great guy, but like I try, make effort. Right? When I went in the Marine Corps, first off, you got to understand that I lived on the streets for a while, and you narcissistic. You know what's a problem? See, you just judged me. You judged me, and you judged yourself is what you did. That's one of the most important lessons you can learn right in the beginning of the Bible, when it said, whatever Adam called it, that's what it was. Okay. See what I'm doing right now is I can use this book to make you feel so like crap, and that's not what it's for. But so what happens is well, I was 14. I got sick of being a slave for my foster family, so I decided to steal their car after I got done cleaning all the dog shit out of it. I took it and went down to Metropolis, Illinois, that place where the sky marked a big X with the last eclipse. I spent 3 days in jail there as a thief in the night with a black man who had actually helped me to get there. And then I wound up being thrown out of the house and living on the street, although they continued to collect the money for my Social Security, which actually belonged to my dad. And I feel like shit because my dad ate absolutely nothing and pretty much starved to death while somebody else was getting his Social Security that should have went to me. Anyway, but I wound up homeless. Well, what happened was I did try to get away. I I pulled a job, man. I robbed a gas station. I stole 9 cars. And then I got this big freaking Steve McQueen crazy ass shit all over the town. You want to know what? In high school, I was fucking famous. They love me. They won't talk to me anymore. No, I'm one of those kids. One of those kids. Wow. And nobody realized I was living on the streets. You know what's funny? Whenever I talk to anybody, for a while I was convinced that I was like a piece of shit. You talk about narcissistic? I thought somebody had convinced me that there was something that like I'm jacked up. And so I started doubting myself, and I felt I'm comfortable with asking people, brutally honest. Was I mean or a jerk or what, just what kind of a person was I? I can't remember. I can't remember back there. It's been just like blinding fury, like a fucking comet flying through this place. Oh, did I say that? And like, boy, wow. It was bad. So I wound up living on the streets, and I was still a normal 14-year-old. We'd go out drinking on Friday nights, and I know, and you're like, what? Let's be honest, folks. If we can't be honest, we're never going to get there. And so I wound up. There were different places. You scope out all your haunts, right? Some places, like there was times I slept in trees, or there's only one tree I ever slept in. I wonder if it's still there. It was next to Rice Park. Wait, where is that? Was that south, or is that north, or is that east? Oh, that's right, because the I-50, is it the I-55 that runs? It's got a wrong number on it in a spot, I think. I'm trying to put some profit stuff together. You just take the world and you see if you can fit it together like a puzzle, right? But that was Rice Park. And I wonder what the building was next to it. One was an open field, and then there was the tree, and then there was like a small building that nobody ever went into. But I got my first blowjob leaning against it from my first girlfriend. We snuck over there. And I was so proud of her. I felt good for myself because after she got done with me, man, she married this guy that's like a freaking, this guy's like a freight train, man. Oh my God. So I don't know what he is. He's like Goliath. I'm not kidding. She married a big man. You can't go back. I wound up sleeping in her, this was their house. I had no idea. And her mom wakes me up. I'm sleeping in like a little doghouse playhouse thing in their backyard. And sounds bad, doesn't it? Look, man, the only thing I'm admitting to is getting drunk and there was rain on my head. Okay. And thank you. Actually, we have all the historical data for that as well, which is good because I was actually able to prove that my dad created the chicken wings at Buffalo at the Anchor Bar. Okay. You got your stories out there on the internet. That's why you shouldn't open your mouth unless it's the truth and you're positive about it, because otherwise it's going to come back and eat at you until it comes out. And they said that there was a terrible winter. They were froze to death and the restaurant had nothing to eat because they didn't eat chicken wings back then. There was abundant times. You didn't sell that shit in a restaurant. It's like, there's no meat. That's exactly what Teresa said to my dad. There's no meat on those, Tony. You can't eat those. We can't sell those. There's no meat on them. Forget about it. And it was a snowless winter. There wasn't even any significant snow that winter. And I busted them in 90. No, that was in 2000. 2000. When did my twins die? 2000. Did that happen the same year? I wouldn't be surprised. He gives me batches of piles of stuff all at once. It's like I struggle to try and move. And it's like fight, like as if I'm being torn apart. And then all of a sudden comes a blessing. Like yesterday was one of those blessing days. I was absolutely freaking tired. I couldn't understand what the hell happened. And it was like really weird because my friend was telling me he was tired too. He's like, when I get into this stuff like this, I'm just worked. And I'm going, there's something happening in the place of the skull because it happens to me. I mean, yeah, you can think enough, right? But if you're absorbed in biblical stuff and you plasticize your brain to those scriptures, you've manifested in the flesh, man. And it's like, and now there's the two of us and we're like, and he's just telling me, look, we can't burn each other out. What he knows, I'm already on board, man. He's just like showing me the manual, like saying, yeah, we've been doing it like this for this, and this is why this. And I'm going, oh yeah, I was kind of doing that. Yeah, okay, yeah. And so, yeah. But anyway, I'm sleeping and it's Saturday, so I was drunk as shit. and probably, I don't know, dumb. Overslept, plan to get up probably and leave, before the sun come up. Because now, what if she just chased me out of there? Can't go back there. Now I just lost a house because I can't come in and out like a thief, right? So you want to move when people can't see you. It doesn't mean you got evil intention. Thief just means you're behind the scenes. Nobody can see what's going on. You think God's sleeping? I'll tell you just like Elijah did, okay? Yeah, maybe he's taking a piss or taking a shit. Where is he? What? He's, excuse me. I get woken up with a broomstick buried in my, that nice little pocket there. Oh man. And I tried to show this, and maybe I still can. I don't know if I can get enough light behind me. Yeah, but anyway, I can't drown out what I saw, enough to see what I saw. But I woke up with that thing pinning me to the ground. And of course, when you first start to wake up, your intention is like to go like this. So I really She almost crushed my Adam's apple. That's weird. That is fucking weird, isn't it? I wouldn't have been able to talk. You would have been, you know how, I wouldn't be making videos right now if I was going, yeah, you need to learn about the Bible. Who's going to listen to that shit? I'm not talking about the person, but it's sad that happened to him, right? But I can't sit here and I've tried to offer you my house, vehicles, anything. What the hell do you need from me to get somebody to fucking listen to me what I'm saying so I can be released from this? So, box. This lady has me pinned to the damn floor. And I'm like, and all I could see was blight right. Blight light. Oh no, that's not funny. The light blight. I'm being told not to have anger, and so I won't have anger because anger is just going to get me in trouble. Bright light, like just behind this lady's head. I couldn't even see what it was, right? All I heard was, "What are you doing in there?" And I'm like, and the funny thing was, is that was the second time that happened to me because when I got in the high-speed car chase and all that, okay, I wonder what some of these street names mean that I drove down. I drove down a numbered street that was 83rd. That's 38. It's also 11. I went down Natchez and I bailed out and decided not to run anymore. I have a clock ringing. Let's go look at a clock. I know. Yeah. Hang on. I got to set up proximity sensor. Okay. Jiu-jitsu. I know Kung Fu. I think this is going to be a good one. 505 over here. Yep. And oh shit. There it is. Kaboom. I knew that one hit hard. 12 o'clock, guys. We are in deep shit. Goddamn Noah. Fucking try to, it's crazy. My dad lives where the only place that gopher wood trees grow, and here's his son trying to tell you guys and warn you about this shit. This ain't irony to you? Okay. I'm sorry. Do you want to know? You're like, okay, when you say Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord, the reason I can't go off is like, nah, he's not stressed out enough. He's laughing. If it was true, he wouldn't be laughing. And it's like, I'm not unlaughing because it's not true. I'm unlaughing because I know it's futile. It's not that, it's not a not give a fuck attitude. It's like, we don't, it's like, what can I do? When it said that he found favor in the Lord's eyes, do you know what the Lord's Day is? Do you understand what that is? The Lord's Day? Let's, where's Amos? Come on, Amos. Need a little ammo. See, even the names. Do you know there's a prophet named I'd Do? And that the book of Job is about Satan and Job? It's about Satan's job. Have you considered my servant Job? Who's doing the work there? Is real. This is about to get real, so real. Okay. I just busted open the Proverbs. I don't know. I'm flipping pages. 23:34. You'll be like one sleeping on the high seas, lying on top. Oh, I wanted. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. He gave it to me. I've been looking for this. This is the drunkard. You hit me, but I didn't feel it. I love him so much. Giddy. If you could, I could just like. They're going to be burying me and I'm going to be fucking jumping out of the grave. Am I there yet? Not Dad. Oh my God. Woo! Oh. Just in case you didn't hear my prayer, right? You guys are nuts. He hears all the prayers. The ones you don't answer, here, Satan. Oh my God, the Christians are so screwed. It's okay. I hope you believe in universalism. You got that going for you. Sometimes he answers and sometimes he doesn't. Uh-oh. And when he answers, when he doesn't, who does he give it to? You ready? There he is. Good morning, Jesus. Baptized with fire? Hello. What was the biggest lie? The biggest lie that was ever told to you was that you were good. We're all evil. Evil is the beginning of where everything starts, where it comes from. Straight up. You get to drive. You have to drive now. See, because what happened was in the times of Noah, the fear of the Lord was given to you. You got to, he couldn't blame you if you didn't have all the cards. God's got to let Lord God have you at all. Everything's there for you. Eat it. Everything, do this, do that, but don't eat the blood, right? Don't eat the blood. What happened when the next time came? You got to eat the blood. No, the thing is you don't eat anything with the blood still in it. You and me and I, as Satans, we consume each other. Remember, we eat the dust all the days of our lives. So you, as being a bag of dust with a spirit, we kind of consume each other. We feed off of each other, so to speak. If one gets too big, that's a giant. And then we start to destroy each other. Man, yeah, oh, wow. I know, and you're like, well, you know what? I got to get over the thing that I'm saved for this time, or why me? I can't keep getting in that. I can't keep doing that, because what I'm doing is I'm pulling a Moses, right? I need somebody else to help me out. And it's like, you shouldn't have to have anybody to help you out. What we have done to people in the name of God is just, it's a freaking atrocity. It is an atrocity. Oh, cool. How How would you feel if I told you that my CD player just opened up on its own? Wow, they're trying so hard. Bluetooth. All right, I'll have to keep that thing unplugged. Oh, I did that one. You guys are assholes. Anyway, you will be like one sleeping on the high seas. That's the woman on the beast. The seas and Leviathan. Because it says high seas, haven't we legalized cannabis? Okay. If it's the people, then yeah, then that's the high seas. So here we go. Lying on top of the rigging. High. Remember, Levi, Leviathan. Levi, Leviathan. You getting it? Leviathan. Hi. There's actually a kid in my town named Leviathan. For real. Oh, and I'm White Rabbit, the Rabid Rabbi. I do stand-up comedy, Bible-based. Try to teach people from the funny zone. Hit the funny bone, keep them out of hell. They hit me, you will say, but I'm not hurt. They beat me, but I don't feel it. Do you even realize what that is saying? Whatever you have done to me, you have done to the least of these. This is like a transfer of effects. When will I wake up? Giving somebody over to their troubles is just letting the dead bury the dead. It's giving them over to their sin. You do that because it's best considered self-inflicted neglect, okay? If you like your acronyms and stuff, that's what it is. The Lord has spoken. You don't listen, self-inflicted neglect. Got it? Simple. What was I going for? Was I just asked for something comforting and then like, who cares? See, I was comforted. Why? Because this is truth right here. I am holding like a doorway to be able to speak to our Lord right in my hands. You know, you're going, no, you're not. Oh, yeah? Well, then Lord, say this to him. Pow. Luke 4:13 is at the top of the page. And it says, and I read before it, 4:12. 4:12 is 4 times 3. It's a third. Interesting. Do not put the Lord your God to the test is exactly what it says on the top of the page. Okay? He's getting tired of us. Extremely tired. The time is short. The freaking mark of the fucking beast, 666, is man in all 3 parts of the Trinity. There's 2 Trinities. You run one of them, he runs one of them. If you ain't running yours right, he makes corrections. That's all. Little spanky, bruising. Get going. I'm sorry. I'm not mocking you. I'm talking to children and idiots that you designed. Do you realize even that if I taking that mode, I'll explain to you exactly what I just did so that I can use it as I'll humble myself to make myself a teaching lesson. I know when every time I do something wrong, I stop. And it's like yesterday I go, I'm sorry. And he goes, stop saying that. And I said, I'm sorry. You can't be sorry for anything that you've done. When you realize how in control our God is, you won't be sorry for anything that you've done. You will actually be set free from it because you'll understand how it happened, but better, more important is why it happened, why he allowed it. What is so amazing about grace? Well, according to Paul, all you need to do and make more is just sin. That's pretty amazing because it means no matter how much you screw up, He still wants you to come back, but he can't stop you. If you're walking your ass into hell, I'm sorry, it's an open door. That's Psalm 1. Don't stand in the way of sinners. Oh shit, what did that guy? Or sit in the seat of it's markers. Yeah, markers. Exactly. If I use a marker, then I branded him. I was just about to call him an idiot. Freudian slip. God, you decide. The seat of the scoffer is what? Hey, idiot. You know what's happening when that type of thing happens? You are literally you're breaking something that Paul said. And something that applies to this guy. It's game on. I'm absolutely positive. No doubt. It's not. 0 and 0 equals God. The two nobodies that nobody would listen to. Evil divided against evil. It'll cause it to fall. It's beautiful. Our God is beautiful. Sorry. What? I mean, I don't know. It's creepy. He just, he's too happy about it. He seems too confident. I'm standing boldly before the throne. You guys don't even know where you're at, because you don't understand how to read this book. The books need to be opened. You need teachers again. You need somebody to show you all the rough, nasty stuff that you did. I don't need to see it because I already have, and it's destroyed me over the past 6 years trying to advise of my participation in said goof. 2,000 years of blood on our hands. Yeah. 2,000 years. Why? Not doing what Jesus said. In the least is loving each other. And I'm going to tell you this. I don't care which group you're from. Oh, I got all 3 ribs in my mouth, baby. Because I don't care what denomination you decide to follow out of the triad of problem for the world. Jesus is that wild card that fits everyone, because if he was a prophet, you better obey him, because if not, it's blasphemy and you will be taken down. If you don't believe him and he was a prophet, then you will continue to be beaten. He was definitely, in the least, a prophet. A major prophet and a minor prophet. Well, a minor prophet, he can't make it to the majors because he's got no bat. The major prophets, they have a bat. I wonder if that's true. Did the minor prophets not have wives? I wonder. It's like people go, no, why would that be in there? Dude, I'm telling you. The weirdest, stupidest, like, I wonder if this is like this, this is like, tastes like chicken, okay? Don't cut the birds in half. Take the whole flock. Oh, wow. All right, 1 Chronicles 7:22. And that was what? Jeremiah 18:18? Jeremiah 18:18. I don't want to forget that one. 28:18. I will show them my back and not my... Wow, that was weird. I was on 28 and I just flipped like 10 chapters exactly right there. I will show them my back and not my face in the day of their disaster. And it's like, if he's going to do that, show you his back in disaster, well, then what would it be? If you're face to face with him, then to die is gain. It's like he describes both relationships as, I'm going to destroy you no matter how you get near me. Don't touch the mountain, right? But yet there's provisions so that it all still connects and everybody gets a piece of this thing. You know who wrote a book about that? Was I got the book. I bought it because it was really old. I have a lot of old books, really old books. Some of them are like, I can't believe they would like make a book on this and just put it out here. Are they crazy? That's because they didn't realize the world was going to go completely sideways and everybody being all evil and everything, right? It's I use military time, man. It's going to be 2600 pretty quick here. Oh yeah. What a headache. It's like the one witness has like a mortal head wound. That's like everybody in this place just about that I can see. When you have a mortal head wound, you have a problem with what evil is for and what it's used for. You're have a problem with the what the snake does. You know, the mortal's trying to crush the head of the snake. Jesus is saying, lift it up. It's okay. Don't worry about it. You know, closer to me, closer to you. You can't try and stomp on the snake's head if you just stay ahead of it. It can't catch you. Plow forward. Don't look back. When you look back, like that. Oh. I can't believe that. My dad, all the pieces just falling together. It's like the Matrix falling apart. And you want to know what's funny? Yeah. When they put him down, I didn't go to his funeral. I didn't want to see him dead. Like, you know how do you know how when you're dead you're naked? When you're dead you're naked. That's what I just heard. When you're dead you're naked. When you're dead you're naked. Well, you're sinless when you're dead. When you're dead, you've returned to the mother's womb. Hmm. I actually had two brothers named Mike. One of them I didn't know he was my brother because my mom had too many kids, so she gave him to my aunt. I thought he was my cousin, but he looked like me, only bigger. He's a big, giant ass dude. He got himself in all kinds of trouble, and like one of his girlfriends even stabbed him. You believe that? Yeah. All us Musanté's got a hole in her side. Some of them done been plugged up real good. Ah, man. I feel like I could actually take another nap. All this live streaming waiting is getting old. Hmm. Mm. Yeah, it's like that double, man. Once you got three pieces, you can't stop it. Somewhere in the world, my lottery numbers are going to come in. I might not. I just might not be there. Those numbers are going to come in tonight. What would you do? I think I should cash out, take out like, I don't know, 250 grand and then just burn the rest. Nah, that would be wrong. You could use that money for something. See, sounds like Judas, right? We're so creeped out over here, man. This is really sad. We have a God that loves us and we like to just destroy each other. You know what I like most about yesterday was strange because I'm talking to somebody that was nothing of what I thought they were going to be like. And so what I understand now is, and the Christian version of, Abrahamic covenant is, it's the same thing. It's the same thing, just, I don't know, adjusted differently or. Let's see. Where was I? Oh. So anyway, the lady traps me in the house, right? Like, and I just start. I couldn't see her face. She was the sun was right perfect behind her head, and was just blasting her. I don't know, clothed with the sun. Yeah, she was. And it sounds bad because it's like people would hear that, he was the devil waiting for her kids. No, I was the devil trying to test her. God sent me to her as a test. And you want to know what she said? She said, well, you look hungry. Come inside. And so then I became part of her family. And then it wasn't too long after that I realized that she probably could have used my help or any help that she could have gotten. She'd been traumatized by, her family got all busted apart and everything. Her son, or her son, well, her son, she has a son, Joe, too, but her husband, Joe, he was killed riding a motorcycle. He gets hit with one rock in the forehead, boom, like Goliath. And he's laying, they thought he was going to be okay. He was a little bit whatever, everything is fine. And then guess what happens? Well, he died 3 days later. Just bizarre, right? Left the whole family stranded. All his kids are named Joe. Joanne, Mary Jo, Bobby Joe, Joseph. I just named him from greatest to least, by the way, not accidentally. I was as much as part of standing and trying to be a dad in that house as a young kid as anybody else was. But this one, that's JoJo. Here's the picture I said I would send. See, she's Jewish. And my obligation has been fulfilled. It's from my mom's wedding. It's a bad picture, but it's a picture. Ashley, Amanda, me, and Lizzie. That's kind of interesting because I thought they were Hope, Faith, and Charity. And I'm not lying about that. You could give me a lie detector test. I would have told you that. I thought their names were actually Hope, Faith, and Charity. Who are those? Oh, that's Dawn. So, and I tried to marry her because what happened is she met some other tall redheaded guy and he stole my girl. And then he died of heart cancer shortly afterwards and left her stranded with 3 kids. But I had offered because I had joined the Marine Corps. Remember the guys called me a narcissist, saying I'm thinking all about myself. Even though she obviously took off on me, went with some other guy. She's got his kid, and she says she doesn't like him. And it's like I told her, I said, look, I'm in the Marine Corps now. They'll pay for my family if I got, I don't know, maybe we could do that until the kid becomes whatever. We could, if you really feel he's up to that, you could give him an option. I've done it before, Mr. Bad Guy. Okay. And I went around and around with her, and she had 1 kid, and then she called back. It's still the same thing, ragging about this guy, right? And then 2 kids, and then 3 kids. And I was like, and finally, I don't know what happened. We lost contact or something. Oh, you know what happened? I think after he died, and then I could have had a widow with 3 children. And I never heard from her. Yeah, Mr. Bad Guy. You want to know what Mr. Bad Guy tried to do? And you'll find people that'll back me up. I don't lie, okay? I had somebody come to me and they wanted money they wanted to get an abortion on their first child. And I'm just like, I had lost twins. And I'm just like, oh, no shit. And this guy's going to really regret this. Don't lose the child. Because when it comes to the point where you then want to have one, how are you going to feel about the ones that you killed? I guess if they're just blobs of meat, then what do you care, right? Hey, pump them out and put them in the supermarket. You might as well eat that too. But like this, yeah. And then later on, I went back to try, and I thought I was actually got a second chance. And guess what happens? Oh boy. I was so happy that I was like ready-made. These kids were out of their diapers by then. I don't know. That might not actually be a good thing, right? At least when they're wearing diapers, that they're in like little cages, right? Not dog cages, but they're cribs or whatever. Once they start roaming around, whoa, hey, where is that kid? I mean, I always was entertaining for my folks. I don't know what your life was like, but hey, one time I was walking down the double yellows of the busiest street, runs through the middle of the heart of my city. It's actually called Niagara Falls, Niagara Street. And I wound up in the police station. My sister, remember I told you that my favorite game was 1, 2, 3 bingo with the Bible? That's because I would sit with the Bible as a little boy, 1 or 2 years old. Guess what was in the Bible? And I was going 1, 2, 3 bingo. Boom, slamming it over and over. I should have looked at that. 1, 2, 3 bingo here. Job 8:17. Spreading its shoots over the garden. Remember, I read the one before it if it ain't at the top of the page. It entwines its roots around a pile of rocks. That's me. That's what you guys are. Spreading its shoots over the garden. Pile of rocks. Box of rocks. Dumbass. But that's what Paul griped at us about. He said, how can you bless the creation out of one side of your mouth and curse the creation out of the other? That's such a Jewish saying. It's like Gamaliel could have said it himself. It's like, where do you think it's coming from? It's all from the same source. I form light, I create darkness. I make peace, I create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. That's what you have to reckon with. There's nothing wrong with the scriptures. Don't say man wrote that. It's a bad translation or whatever. It's just how he does it. He controls himself, you know? So anyway, I am leaving Chicago. Where was I going? I was coming from California. Had just lost a record contract and a company where I owned it, where I was making six figures for a brief period of time. A car full of junk. And my first stop in Chicago was going to be just perfect because I stopped in Guitar Center, and they had this awesome, I don't know what the hell the thing was, man. It was like a guitar effect, but you could plug into it and, you know, punch on like piano, right? You hit piano and then you're like, blink, 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 blink. It sounds like you're literally playing the piano. It's like, what? Nobody would be able to do that on a regular piano, probably, right? I mean, those keys were right. Yeah, that would be a good one. So it didn't, it was for that reason, it was like beyond piano, right? But what happens when there are no more pianos because they're too big or the strings are copper or something? All right, we're going to have to start making just fake stuff to pack in here, right? Man, it's just bad. But when I left and wound up in Chicago, I pulled up in Guitar Center, went inside, jammed out. People are all crowding around me, you know. We didn't almost get a contract because we sucked, you know. And the reason we almost got the contract is because a woman broke the band apart, just like our booking agent said. He brought up the Kinks and the Ramones. I'm sure he knew what the hell he was doing. And exactly what he said happened. It was, I don't know, man. He just knew. Somehow he could tell what kind of things are going to go down. So I come out of there, you know, having a good time, like, man, you know, I'm going to come back and get that thing one of these days. I want that, you know, that's cool. And I walk out to my car and I walk up, and the first thing I noticed, the rear windows, the rear quarters popped out. I'm like, what the, are you shitting me? And it's like, look, asshole, if you're going to steal something, at least use a Slim Jim. On a freaking, what was that, a 70? No, that was is that a 77? No, it was was that another 78? I don't know what car I can't remember what year car I had. It was at a 70. Because that's the body style, right? It's the right body style, but I'm thinking it was 77. I can't remember now. But that would be weird because 78 would have been what the car that I stole. But it was the one that I took from Chicago and went down to wherever. Well, I bought another one, and when I lived in California, but this one actually was like set up like an old cop car. It had a 4-bolt main 350 in there, and so let's see. Thief in the night, steal the car from Chicago, get to there, and I was trying to get to California. Get to California, set up there, leave California in the car that I stole, except it's a cop car. get to back to Chicago, shoot movie as being sheriff. So then if I had to come back to New York, and there's all this legal shit going on. What is it? It's the unrighteous judge. Damn. Sheriff or thief, sheriff, judge. Huh. Well, then the only thing to do is keep posting and banging on the door. Praise the Lord. I'm good with that. But we were on a date and the little kids are running around and she's kind of like laying on the grass, just all sprawled out, you know, and it's like she's probably had enough. The only reason she probably figured she didn't want a man because she'd gone through a bunch of shitheads. And then when she finally realized that I wasn't a bad catch, everybody says it after I'm gone. And then how do you humbly turn around and admit, you know, I only had one person actually do that. And that was because she laughed at me when my mom died. I know you're like, what? It's not like that. She didn't understand what was happening, but she was so frustrated in speaking that she said something she shouldn't have, and it punched my buttons. And you know what happened? Because I got angry, I would have had. I am the perfect example of don't get angry. Okay, and I could have my promised land. I could have a good life. I could have had a good life many times, right? It would have started that my band wouldn't have been busted up if I wouldn't have got angry and stuck a gun in the face of the guy that slept with her. It was empty, and I was just trying to scare him. He did piss his pants, though. It was kind of interesting. Let's see. And then my, the only person I didn't do anything when I was angry was my drill instructor, Staff Sergeant Minor, and he was much older than me. He was yelling and screaming in my ear, "You want to hit me, Musanté?" I was brutally honest with him. I was screaming. You know how you're supposed to shout? "Sir, yes, sir. You look mad, Musanté. You miss, sir, yes, sir. Why don't you hit me, Musanté? Go ahead, hit me." Oh man, I don't know what would have happened. I'm sure I would have got the shit beat out of me, but that would, that's not smart. Don't ever ask anybody to hit you. You don't know who might give you a good slug, right? But if you do ask somebody, to hit you, then what I would say is, like, as soon as you figure out that you go, "God, don't let them hit me. Lord, don't let them hit me. Father God." Yeah. And there you go. You're all set. He'll take care of you because you know why. And I'll do that a few times. I remember when, you want to know what happened to him? This is a true story. He was wearing a brand new cover, nice Smokey the Bear, right? All tipped down, screaming at you. We had a little guy, his name was Lamey, and it was strange. It was like, I don't know. He was tiny. It was like, I don't know. He looked more like a matchstick Cracker Jack box or something, boy, or something, right? Like a stick man, and short. And when he would scream at you, his voice would crack. "You turn yourself around." It was like, you got to be kidding me. I mean, he was just doing his job, right? But Minor gets in my face and he's screaming. And when somebody's yelling in your ear that loud, ooh, it hurts, man. It's like, I'm sorry. Yeah. You know what they were told? They couldn't touch you. You know how they can hurt you? The ears. You know how sensitive your ears are? Somebody takes their hands and just pops them on the side of your head, you're on your ass. You're going down. It's gonna blow your eardrums in so hard. You're gonna. The stuff they teach you, man, it's just like, it's like, oh, sorry. Natural response. Hang on.